Oh, one. Currently, right now, I may or may not be infected by that, virus that again. Well, infected again by the virus that's kind of spreading across the world. Um, so right now my muscles are aching and I lose breath every so often. So I'm gonna make this quick. But I just finished watching the newest Distant Lands of uh, of Adventure Time, which again I love Adventure Time. Demon Blood Sword, my favorite sword. Unless there's like I'm gonna start watching through all of it since I'm in quarantine right now. But Demon Blood Sword is my favorite. I got Jake's sword here. Scarlet's over there. Um, I love Adventure Time. I love the idea of it. I actually kind of want to. I've been working on a D&D like a role play system, and I kind of want to try it out. Sorry, that's the breath leaving me. In an Adventure Time kind of setting. But in any case, this is Obsidian Islands, or Adventure Time Obsidian. Basically where it takes place after the main series, and I'm assuming a few years. I don't know. Again, I don't know much about what happened when the series ends. Like, I'm on the season 7, episode 21 right now, of like the actual show. So I don't know much that happened, and this takes place a little bit later because at one point, spoilers, I guess, Finn pops up, and I'm just looking at him like, what? And then like something else happened. I'm like, wait, are they? I don't know. But hey, guys, out of the entire show, Marceline is my favorite character. Marceline is my top favorite character, and it's probably what I would do, gaining immortality within the physical form. Because if I had to, because that's the thing, like actually. Because the thing is, I always think, because everyone says, oh, immortality, everyone says, immortality sucks. You don't want immortality. Life is more meaningful when you're immortal. And I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Bullshit. You know how I know that's bullshit? I play video games. I play video games where there is, as long as you try, you have an unlimited amount of lives, usually, at least recent games, to keep playing and get what you want to do out of your thing. And video games are still fun. Video games still have fun to me behind it. Also, I brought these in because I actually ordered these off online. But because these are the talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures. Each of them are tied to a certain zodiac, which my zodiac is the dog, and my brother's is the sheep or the goat. Which it's funny because then mine is immortality, my brother's is astral projection. My brother's like, "Wait, yours is immortality?" He's like, "Well, won't it suck? They you because again, this is the thing that people say about immortality." And I'll bring up this Kaizen, I guess. And well, if you become immortal, you wouldn't you would lose, people would die around you and you lose them. So I'm like, that's gonna happen anyway, for one. And I told my brother, but you have astral projection. You can be a ghost while I'm immortal. It's like, fuck that, I'm going to hell. But if there was a way to use if there's immortality, it'd probably be I'd probably do what Marceline did. Be a freaking wander around the world. Probably at some point find some place to settle down. Obviously, like this. She does settle down with PB, which is really good. I love their relationship, and straight up, at one point they go, "Oh yeah, she's my girlfriend." God damn, my vampire girlfriend, or something like that. It's freaking great. Quick setup of the episode because I'm already 4 minutes in and I haven't said shit. I haven't really said anything about the thing itself. Basically, the setup is that an ancient dragon is coming out of this vault inside the Glass Kingdom that Marceline had put in there long time ago. And sorry, I lose breath. And basically, everyone's like, "Well, Marceline's dead. It's been hundreds of years. Marceline can't be alive now, the god Marceline." And they're like, and this one kid who's made fun of because he has a crack on his head. Glass Boy, he might have appeared in the original show. I'm not entirely sure. Goes out to find Marceline, where first runs into Simon, which Simon is healed, which I'm like, oh, cool, they heal Simon. That's awesome. I don't know. Which also does, well, I guess it's not too far away, because again, it Finn's, yeah. But in any case, Glass Boy then basically goes to find Marceline, who's living basically a happy life with PB. And they go to the castle, and basically slowly things are revealed. Two things are revealed. Like, one, it's revealed how it reveals like a little bit of like Marceline's journey when she was traveling with her mom. Like I think like right after the apocalypse, how they're trying to get to a party, but really it's a bunker that they could live in, that's supposed to have food, and they can survive. The other one is how PB and Marceline like broke up, like how they broke up and like they didn't see each other for years until the time of Adventure Time when they finally met up again. And then obviously then is this one where they basically have to take Marceline to this dragon, where apparently her songs was for some reason push the dragon back into like the sleeping place, and also the Glass Boy accidentally released the dragon. They go basically back. Marceline also is having none of this like ceremonial bullshit that PB's like, okay, we have to do the ceremony of this to let us in. PB's like, this person's like, nope, break it with a kick, and then I'm gonna ride my motorcycle up their sacred bell into their town. And they got called, what is it, cave hags at one point. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, Marceline. Marceline tries to use her music to send the monster back in. It doesn't work. So, sorry, I gotta take a breath. So Marceline basically says, okay, I have to go and find the place where I was the most sad ever, so I can write another very sad song, because she's been happy this entire time, so she can't write those deep like sad songs that come from the heart and anger and all that stuff. So she leaves. PB has to try to figure it out on her own how to do this, how to push the dragon back with science, as well as the Glass Princess has to try to stop from being usurped by these other royals or being assholes. And like the thing about like Marceline's Marceline, I would say like there's a really good scene in this. I don't really want to spoil it, but there's a scene that happens, and it has to do with like it basically it ties up like all of her, not distrust, but her anger issues and all that stuff kind of tie back to obviously some stuff that happened in her past, but also like what happened with her mom eventually. And then there's a scene where one thing happens, and it's like, it's a blinking light. It's a blinking light that happens. If you've seen the show, you know it. There's a blinking light that happens, and you see that light, and you're like, oh, okay, that's just something, like, I don't know, something that's gonna happen. And then later on, when it's revealed what that light is, it was like just a freaking kick into the stomach, kick into the feels. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I hate your writing, because that was like, it was really good, really wasn't expected, but just it kicked you so hard, especially for like because that light was blinking there since Marceline was a kid, and like that was like hundreds, like maybe like over 500 to 600 years ago, maybe thousands, I don't know. It was a long time ago that message was there, and then it's just like, oh god damn it. I'm like, and like, it's just the idea that it's been there blinking this entire time, the reason why who Marceline is, and then that you hear what that message is, and you're just like, oh god, why? But yeah, like that kicked me in. You also see where Marceline gets PB gets her like shirt that basically was the catalyst for everyone like, oh, Marceline and PB are gay, and they liked each other. They're in a relationship, and like that was like, you see how that happened, how they basically kind of first met. Eventually Marceline comes back, and like after finding out, like, about that message, comes back. The PB is PB. She sings the song for PB after they get trapped inside a cave with the dragon. Turns out the music, I guess, saved or helped like the dragon remember who he was, because the dragon was like, his family got eaten by a monster underwater, and then he went into a lava pit, and like it made him evolve into what he is, that giant lava monster. Then he opens up and he turns out he's a caterpillar butterfly thing, and yeah, it gets weird right at the very end. And then like after that, here's the song, but they're able to then get out. After turning off the thing, it explodes. A glass princess is shattered, but then she's fine because they tie her back up together. And it turns out that all the glass people have cracks, and that they don't need to cover up their cracks. And I'm like, ha ha, butt jokes. And then at one point, you see a butt with a crack in it. It's like, ha ha ha. And apparently, it was supposed to be to embrace who you are in your differences. I'm like, okay. But also, that stuff could probably kill you if you leave that crack alone and just whatever. PB and them. Then at the very end, Simon comes in. He's like, also Simon at one point, I guess to cope with things, he dresses up as the Ice King and tries to get in the freezer. But Simon at the end comes in with an RV and goes, "Hey, I brought backup." There's the banana guards. One of Jake's kids runs out of this RV, and then comes out Finn half naked in a towel. Finn is also older now, so I guess it must be like I don't know, 10 years after. I don't know. I haven't finished Adventure Time. Sorry. But Finn's in a towel, and I'm just thinking, are they together? I'm like, what? it was like, I'm like, is that, it's Finn's, I think that's Jake's kid, right? That girl, I think it is. But then, like, is she with Finn? Is she not with Finn? Were they just banging in there? Were they not? Like, also Finn has a Jake thing. I don't know what happened to Jake, so I'm still confused on that. But yeah, also PB and Marceline kiss inside the cave after the song. That's then when the giant lizard thing becomes a cat thing. I don't know. It would have been cool, I think, if he would have stayed at that giant crystal lizard thing and stood with like Marceline and PB as like a giant pet or something. I think that would have been kind of cool. But Marceline and PB kiss. It's very cute. I love it. I love their relationship. I love that they stay in a good place. That Marceline isn't angry anymore, and that she's, in a good place. And she, she's with PB. She's with someone she loves. I love that. And she basically has someone who's immortal. They're both immortal, so they can basically live on forever. Also, it's immortal where I think they possibly could still die, which is the best kind of immortal. Because it's like, okay, well, the world just blew up. I should probably kill myself. Like, yeah, killing yourself's not a good thing, but I think being immortal for like long, yes, you could have it. And again, I would love immortality kind of like that. It's like, all right, cool. Also, I'm not sure if PB still puts on the sunscreen or if she just doesn't burn in the sunlight anymore. I don't know. Oh, wait, wasn't it in Stakes? Wasn't it in Stakes that at the end it does show that like she's a vampire now, but she doesn't burn? I don't know. In either case, this was cool. I liked it. It was only 40 minutes, which I thought it'd be like maybe a little longer, but I guess 40 minutes is okay. This was cool. I don't know when the last Distant Lands comes out, but the thing is, like, a lot of like the Adventure Time comics I have or something like that, a lot of times I get it because Marceline's in it. Like Marceline is the selling point for me. Marceline is my favorite character. I want to get a pop figure of her if I can get one. Maybe there'll be some because of the Distant Lands. That'd be so cool. Because I actually liked her clothes designs in this one. Her clothing in this actually looked really cool. Both versions. Marceline is one character who has like multiple different clothing things. Some are good. Some are I'm okay with. I like it more like how she is in this one, where she has like the long black hair. Like I want my hair that long, and that insanely long. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. Check it out. It's on HBO Max right now. I'm gonna probably keep watching Adventure Times other than I'll watch the BMO Distant Lands, which BMO really wasn't my favorite character, but whatever. I'll say this: Adventure Time did better than Adventure Time. I don't think I hated any characters. I don't think in Adventure Time there was any character that I actually hated. Like Steven Universe, it was Ronaldo, and in Gravity Falls, it was Mabel. After she told her brother to give up his dream of becoming a supernatural investigator, and learning from Ford to be, well, we have to stick together. What happens when you finally find a guy and get married and you leave your brother behind, you dick? Sorry. But in any case, next episode that comes out should be a Ben 10 thing I recorded. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a minute. Thank you for watching. Share my videos. And we will see you later. See you later. See you later, handsome.